College graduates have to face, especially if they're still looking for that dream job. Karen Kafa looks at the pros and cons of moving out or moving back in with mom and dad.
For Jessica Spencer, 4 years of undergraduate study in screenwriting matched a longtime passion with new skills.
I've always felt like I am a storyteller.
A new graduate of Pittsburgh's Point Park University, she's eager to begin her next act, just undecided on where.
I would look more forward to possibly having my own place, moving, staying in Pittsburgh, getting a job up there. But I do realize limitations, so going home isn't a bad thing to me.
At some point, Jessica sees herself in Los Angeles, a city with lots of opportunities but a high price tag. While new grads may be eager to jumpstart life in big cities, personal finance expert Scott Gam says it's important to really crunch the numbers.
Doing your research and knowing what things cost and what your priorities should be, that's going to put you ahead of everyone else.
It's more than rent. The cost of utilities and the commute often get overlooked. So do the costs of experiencing a big city and having fun. And for so many grads like Jessica, student loan repayment too.
That's one reason why we definitely have kept that option of moving back home open, because, that will be her main expense.
Gam suggests parents like the Spencers chip in with expenses other than an apartment.
Helping them with their student loans, building up that emergency savings fund, or even helping them build up that security deposit so when the time comes, they're able to leave without your help.
After all, these short-term decisions about spending and debt can impact long-term financial plans.
Hanna Gosney is an Augusta gal who graduated from the College of Charleston. And Hanna, I bet you can totally relate to what we're talking about in this show today, because you are smack in the middle. You have this millennial group coming out of college, and then you want to be independent, but everything is so expensive. Lots of people are paying back student loans, and you're making that decision. Do I move back home? Right. How do you navigate those waters?
Well, hopefully when you graduate, you're lucky enough to get a job. If not, it just makes sense to move back in with your parents for so many people, especially someone like myself. I graduated at such an odd time in December. My lease was up. I hadn't found a job, didn't know what I was doing, so it really makes sense for so many people to move home.
And that is something really to think about when you are in college and you're living in an apartment. If you're not in a dorm situation, there is that thing called a lease. And so if you do have to get out of an apartment and you don't have the job yet, and maybe you don't want to necessarily leave for another job, right. You want to walk with your graduation when your class, when you have your graduation. So moving back home does seem like a good option. My house has had a revolving door since my kids have been in and out of college.
Same with my parents.
Love my children, but it is just a revolving door. And you say you and your sister have
Absolutely. My parents thought they were empty nesters, but surprise, we both came back after college. She went to school near Atlanta, came home because she couldn't find a job. She's back in Atlanta now, but she was home for almost a year. Same with me, so it's just the popular thing to do, I guess.
Yep. Well, and it's nice if you have a situation where your parents are saying, come on back. And some advisors say, that's great if you're helping alleviate that rent burden for them, but make sure that some money is going either to savings or to paying off student debt. That you're just not living at home and partying it up and whoop whoop.
Yeah, that's always been something I've taught. Save some money, but with rent the way it is nowadays and just the cost of getting to work, paying for transportation and other things, it's so hard to save money. That's one of the best options is to move home.
It's funny too when you do move home, and parents, you'll know what I mean, when you have your adult kids come back home, the boundaries are just different because you've had 4 years or so without mom and dad knowing what was going on.
My mom's always, wake me up when you get home. I was like, Mom, I live in Charleston, I live downtown. I made it home then. Yeah. I can make it home now, but I get it, like
out of sight, out of mind. Right. Just kind of one of those things. Yeah. I will say to mine, just just send me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
You know, you don't even have to talk to me. Just send me a thumbs up or
just
whatever.
nudge me.
Or let me
Sure,
know
I'm
if you're
there.
going to be really, really late.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Well, Hannah had a very unusual opportunity. She did have a job after college. She was a teacher in Thailand. Next on Jenny, Hannah's staying with me. She'll share a little bit about her adventures in Thailand and beyond. Everyone, Hanna Gosney is a Lakeside High School graduate who went on to the College of Charleston. And while she was in college, she spent time abroad. She traveled in Europe. Just look at these wonderful pictures from Paris. Here she is at the Colosseum in Rome, Italy. And I love this one. She's at a palace in Vienna and Buckingham Palace in London. And then after she graduated, she took a job teaching English in Thailand. Hannah, I want to know how this came about. I mean, did you even have an inkling? I would like to go teach abroad.
No, not at all. I had a professor, my capstone, which is like a senior seminar class
and
at College of Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, one of the best classes I've ever taken.
Yeah.
She wrote on our Facebook group, which I was still part of after I graduated. She's like, a former student of mine is helping a school look for teachers in Thailand. And I was like, that'd be great to go to Thailand. Never taught, never thought about teaching, but I'm unemployed. That would really set my resume apart of everyone else's. That'd be funny if I did that, but that probably won't happen. And then a friend I had in the class tagged me in the post. She's like, Hannah, let's go. I was like, haha, okay. And then next thing I knew, I was in contact with the former student. She had given my information to the school. Maybe a month after that, I was Skyping for an interview with the school. It happened so fast, so I officially got the job in an email, and then the hardest part was telling my parents that I was going to move across the world.
So you got it all kind of lined up.
Yeah.
And then, oh, by the way, Mom and Dad, I'm going to be going to Bangkok.
Exactly. So I told my dad, and he was really like, that's cool, that's great, that's just how my dad is. And then I told my mom, but I kind of just blurted it out because I couldn't keep it a secret anymore. And it was like right when we were going to bed, so it was like 11 o'clock. She's like, what? Like, she was already half asleep. Bad timing, but the next day she got it a little more processed. Wasn't so great with it, but she knew it was a great opportunity and I had to take it.
It was a great opportunity, and you already had a passion for travel.
Right. I mean, I'd gone to other places, but I'd always been with a class or with the school. So this was going by myself, but I actually ended up going with a girl that I had traveled with before in that senior seminar class. We flew over together and taught together. So I really wasn't alone.
Wow. So when you decide to do this and it's like, yes, I'm going to go, is there any special training that you have to have? Or, I mean, do they bring you in and teach you how they do things?
Right.
Or
Well, there are programs that you can sign up for, but they just really required a bachelor's degree in something. I have a bachelor's degree in communication, not teaching. So I guess that's great teaching English, being able to communicate.
What age students were you teaching?
I was teaching 3- and 4-year-olds. So they have 3 different levels of kindergarten. So I was teaching the babies of kindergarten. They were still learning to be a normal human being. And then I was coming in trying to teach them a second language. So a lot of days.
Aren't their brains little sponges then?
Yeah,
I mean,
well, you'd be surprised how many could pick up on it. It blew my mind. I mean, I can barely get English down. So for them, they were learning their second language at 3 and 4 years old.
You had wonderful opportunities while you were there, and I'm just so impressed because I saw a watch in one of your pictures that said, "See the world." I love that, Hannah, see the world, because that's really what you've done. Tell me, this was Laos, you said?
Yes. So we went to Laos not too soon after we got to Thailand. We actually had to go to Laos to go to the Thai embassy there to get our visa. So that was a fun, quick trip. And then this is Morocco. This is actually on my capstone trip. We went to India, Morocco, and Spain.
Oh my gosh.
So that was, I'd really recommend Morocco. It's amazing.
Hong Kong?
Yes, one of my best friends from College of Charleston is getting her master's in Hong Kong. So I said I'd pop up there for a weekend.
Free place to stay.
Exactly.
I'll
she
just
showed
pop
me all
over
around.
And look at this. You're at the Taj Mahal.
Yes, that my mom had always dreamt of going. So we dressed up in our saris and It was the hottest day, I think, possible. Our shoes were almost melting on the concrete.
You said this is like your favorite beach
Yes,
in Thailand?
This is in Krabi, in Railay Beach, I believe. I mean, everything looks like a postcard. It looks fake almost.
Like you in front of an elephant, but that's not fake.
No.
And you're kissing the elephant.
He is a real elephant, and he will creep up on you, actually. Scared me a couple times.
Oh,
They
you don't
get
hear
really
the
close.
elephants coming up. Wow.
No.
This I love. So she finishes teaching, and what do? You go to Australia.
I mean, it's right there. You have to check that continent off.
Did you go in the opera house?
I didn't go in it. I just went up to it.
Did
Apparently,
you climb
it's
the
not
bridge?
that great
Did you do
inside.
the bridge climb?
I did not.
I would.
didn't make it
They would
to
have
it.
to medicate me heavily
I'm not great with
to
heights,
do that.
So
No, I'm not either.
I didn't.
Wow.
I wasn't sad I missed that.
Hanna, at your age, at 24, to have seen so much of the world that you have,
Yeah.
to have taught in another country, what have you learned about yourself?
Well, if you told me at 16 that this would be my life right now, the unemployed part, I'd get. But the traveling part, I couldn't ever imagine it. I mean, I'm so blessed to be given this opportunity, and blessed that this was the time in my life where it just worked. I had nothing holding me back. Everyone always tells these stories of, I had this opportunity to go there, but I had a husband, I had a job, I had something.
Yeah.
And I said, why not?
Why not?
Have to.
I've just encouraged my kids to be that way. You know, or before you have children, live for you.
Yeah.
You know, see what you can see, do what you can do, take a risk.
Right.
You know, be cautious, but take
Right.
a risk. And
Bring some
because
mace or
without
something.
risk, you don't grow.
Right. I mean, you got to get outside of your comfort zone.
You do.
And the younger you learn that, the more you see, the more of the world you can see.
That's exactly right. Well, Hanna Gosney, thank you so much for sharing
Thank you for
your
having me.
adventures with us. It's so exciting and it's so neat to know that you have done this. I do have information for you, some links that you can follow if you are interested in teaching abroad, or maybe your kid would be, or you think this might be something for that person to do. You don't want to be those parents that wind up in court like the family with Ben that had to go to court to have the 30-year-old thrown out. Send them abroad to teach. I've got links for you.
Kick them out.